Good morning guys, welcome back to another video with me. If you're new here, my name is Amy and I have been on a weight loss journey for the last couple of years and I've lost 60 pounds following the Starch Solution and using the principles of calorie density. I want to show you what I'm eating every single day as a busy mum of two, how I make this lifestyle work for me, what I buy, what I meal prep, how I make it, how I throw food together when it's busy and it's a crazy day like today. So I want to show you what I'm eating today. I have already prepped and breakfast is in the oven and I'm very excited about it. It's something I've never made before. It is like, so it's like a quinoa bake. That's kind of what I was going for. I don't really use any sweeteners like maple syrup or dates very much. So I like to try and sweeten with fruit where possible. So I have used mashed bananas. I've got a pear and I've got loads of berries in there with quinoa and some soy milk and some cinnamon and some vanilla. I think that's basically it. And it was 1 cup of quinoa to 2 cups of liquid. I think I did like half milk and half water, something like that. Anyway, this is not the channel where I do fancy recipe videos. Unfortunately, one day maybe I will, but as a busy mum of two, I find that too overwhelming and too difficult at the moment. But I do try and tell you about my recipes so that you guys can go and make it yourselves. By the way, I'm baking this in the oven at 180 Celsius for 60 minutes. Anyway, so I need to turn that off in about 20 minutes. But yes, so I've already had quite a busy morning. We've been up for a while. My little boy Abe is already at school. I've come back quickly to get my breakfast. Okay, let me start from the beginning. The last couple of days, I've not been having breakfast until about 12 or 1 o'clock, which is horrific because I'm starving by then. Because Romy's been going to nursery and I have to wait there because she's just doing some settling in sessions before she starts properly, hopefully next week. But anyway, by the time we get back, she is so tired and she falls asleep on me, so I get trapped on the couch and then I don't end up eating for ages. So that's why this morning I was like, come on Amy, let's prep some food before I actually go for the school run. So that's why I've got my stuff in the oven so that when I come back after Romy's nursery, she can just go to sleep on me and I get some immediate food. So that was my plan. What have you got? Where's your Play-Doh? Romy's just playing with some Play-Doh at the moment. Romy, where did you put it? So the other thing is, Romy, are you showing everyone your lovely slicing? Mwah, little Romster. So I'm also in the middle of writing my potato reset meal plan, which I'm so excited about because there's some incredible recipes on there. But my head goes to potato-y places and I just can't stop it. So I was thinking up a really strange recipe on the way back from school and it doesn't really make any sense, but I thought it might be worth trying at least. So if you guys want to come along with me whilst we try this crazy concoction, my brain does crazy things. I make chickpea ice cream. That is how crazy I am. I'm passionate about this way of eating and I think you can really make anything with very simple basic ingredients. So I wanted to add some cookies into my potato reset. So I don't know how I would do that. I've had a look for some recipes online. There is nothing, can't find a thing. Then I was thinking, sweet potatoes are obviously the best choice, but usually you need some kind of flour because sweet potatoes on their own are quite soft. Well, the regular ones I get here, they're quite soft and squidgy, unless I got like a really good different kind of sweet potato. That would work as well. But then my mind thought, what about using a regular potato? So we are allowed to use a little bit of maple syrup here and there on a potato reset. So I thought if I blitzed up a potato in the food processor with some maple syrup, and you could go cinnamon, you could go chocolate, however you fancy. And then, firstly, that could be a really cool, like maybe cookie dough fudgy thing in and of itself. But then if you turned it into a cookie and you put it in the oven or put it in the air fryer, would it work? And I don't know the answer. So I think today we're going to find out because I've got some leftover potatoes that we can use and I need to know whether that works. It might be horrific. And sometimes when you have a food concoction, it doesn't work out very well, but that's okay. You got to try it sometimes, especially when you're me and you just can't help yourself. I won't be able to stop thinking about it until I try it. So that is what we're going to make today. I also have a really exciting potato curry today and maybe some cheesy nacho things going on. I've got lots of potato recipes because of my meal plan and I'm just trialing out loads of different things to make things sexy for anyone who wants to do a potato reset meal plan. For anyone who wants to do the potato reset, but they want some fun recipes as well as just eating potatoes. So anyways, that is my thoughts. Anyway, we need to leave in about 20 minutes, but in the meantime, I am gonna try making this potato cookie thing. Anyway, I'm hoping it kind of ends up like this kind of texture, but we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Anyway, I'll chat to you in a little bit and I'll show you my breakfast when it comes out. And I'll tell you what, I know this is a super chatty intro-y bit. Sorry about that, I'm a chatty person, I realised. I'll show you what else I've got going on this week. So, I need to do potato curry. Don't worry about the days of the week. It's all kind of intermingled. Potato curry, I'm going to do... We had lovely nem-nems last night, which were delicious, which is like a fresh spring roll thing. I want to do some nacho chips. I want to do some twice-baked spinach potatoes. Oh, my God. I also want to do an artichoke spinach dip with potatoes for dunking, and it's going to be all potato reset friendly. And that one, I'm very excited about. I might even make that today. God, that sounds good. Potato, cauliflower and kale soup, fennel potato and tomato stew, and then a potato hash kind of thing. Yeah, anyways, those are my plans for the rest of the week. I have a very full potato drawer, so that's always good. And yeah, let's go make these potato things and I'll show you how they turn out in a little bit. I am back from the nursery stuff. Romy is fast asleep on me. I wanted to quickly show you my quinoa berry pear bake. Quite a mouthful, but it is absolutely delicious. I didn't use any maple syrup, and it's turned out so well. I wasn't able to make it as fat as I wanted. It's really yummy, by the way. I wasn't able to make it quite as fat as I wanted because I either had a baking dish that was too small, so I ended up using quite a large one, and now it's a bit thinner than I would have liked. So this is it, and I've made a right mess of it because I was trying to film it for Instagram and I had a few crumbly pieces. But anyway, this is so delicious, and you just chuck everything in and stick it in the oven. And so it's a really fast, great one to put together. You could make a massive batch of this and then just have it for your breakfast. But it is so yummy. Let me show you. But if you let it cool down nicely, it's quite a sturdy little thing. Well, that is yummy. And you can obviously go for any flavour you want, but I just love that as an idea. I might try it with different grains. I might try it with millet. You could try it with rice. Obviously you could do oats. You could do loads of different stuff. But anyway, highly recommend trying that out. A nice quinoa bake. Genius. Genius. Okay, so I'm going to stop eating this because I haven't eaten my veggies yet, but I'm really hungry. Right. Put it down, Amy, put it down. Right, let's go into the fridge, figure out what veggies we're going to have this morning, because you guys know I love veggies. That's the one thing I should have prepped this morning, is veggies. And I didn't prep that, and that's shame on me. Okay, I am dying, absolutely dying for some broccoli. If we don't have any broccoli, that's why I need to go to the shops so badly. So, this is my thought process. I'm going to do, let me see what I've got in here. Okay, I've got some tomatoes that really need using. I might save that for if I do a curry later. Actually, hold on. I've got some mushrooms that really need using. I also have some, where is it? Kale. Right, I might just do a mushroom and kale sauteed kind of thing with some chickpeas or something. That's kind of my thoughts. And then I might add a fresh element by having like an apple on the side, or maybe some cucumber or something. That I fancy a fresh element this morning. Anyway, I will figure that out, put it together, and I'll show you what I end up with. But you've got to make this quinoa bake, guys, because it's absolutely delicious. Okay, I've changed my mind. I'm going to leave these mushrooms, and I'm going to do a mushroom risotto with some leftover rice for lunch. And in the meantime, I'm just going to have a big kale salad, the kind of salad I had the other day. And I'm also going to chuck on some tomatoes, and I really fancy eating some celery. So therefore, I'm going to make some hummus so I can do some dunking. That's my new plan. That's what I fancy. Vegetables can be delicious if you just learn how to make them in a delicious way. Yes. Okay, so I want to show you how many greens I'm going to be eating this morning. I'm going to eat all of this kale this morning. This is actually nothing in terms of how much kale that is. But in order to make kale more palatable, you could just munch it like this, obviously, if you like that. I'm not a massive fan, so what I like to do, I mean, I like kale, I just don't like it like this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blitz it in my food processor like last time, make it super small and tiny and much more easier to chew and manage in my mouth. And also, I'm gonna add loads of flavor in there. Lemon juice, garlic salt, and a tablespoon of tahini, and that's going to be absolutely delicious. I mean, I will crave more of this salad. I just can't be bothered to wash more of the kale. Anyway, this is how much I am having today in terms of veggies. Anyway, just thought I'd mention that in case my pile, small tiny little pile of greens doesn't look like much. It's actually this. Okay guys, I want to show you my delicious breakfast. Okay, so this, oh my gosh, Romy is very excited. She loves dipping it in the humble. Why are you guys collapsing? Why are you collapsing? What's going on there? There we go, that's better. Right, so I want to show you my delicious breakfast. So I've got all of that kale hiding underneath here. There is a lot of kale, as you know. And then I've got my celery, and I did loads of tomatoes, and I'm just going to mix that in with the kale because I love the added moisture from the tomatoes. Romy is really getting involved, and she's loving the hummus. Here you go, baby girl. Is that nice? Yeah, go for it. So yes, I made loads of hummus. I just put a big dollop on the top. I've also had many licks of hummus whilst I was making it. You just, sorry, I got some hairs. Just to be a quality control tester. And then I've got my little bake here. So this is my breakfast this morning. I'm so pleased because I made this bake and James was just going out to work. And I said, have you had any breakfast? He had not. And then I asked him to try some of the bake. He doesn't usually like trying a lot of my creations, which makes me sad. But he tried some, he really loved it. So I've sent him off with a massive amount. So this is a fantastic, oh wow, you're just going for it, fair enough. Yes, this is a fantastic thing that you could take to work if you made it in advance. You could make a massive amount and then just have it for work breakfasts. So anyway, thought that was a cool one and it's very tasty. I'm gonna go get Romy some more hummus, otherwise she's gonna steal all the hummus. We're gonna go and stuff our faces. Get those veggies in, everyone. Start your day with veggies and beans. Romy and I are, anyway. So if you want to know what to feed your baby as a vegan, whole food, plant-based style, the answer is feed them what you eat and make sure you're eating good stuff. Then you're sorted. You don't need to make separate stuff for your baby. You can maybe slice it in a special way. So I've just done celery like that so you can choke on it. But they love everything that you eat. And when you show them that you enjoy things like kale, isn't that just beautiful? So I just wanted to say, if you guys think to yourself that you don't like kale, it's because you've never tried kale like this. Because I tell you, this kale is amazing. Don't even see how much kale. There's so much kale. And I'm so excited to eat it all. I literally cannot wait to dive into this kale. Want me to want some yummy kale? Good girl. And you want some of my hummus? Okay, I wanted to give you a quick update. So firstly, breakfast was incredible. After the kale, and I had loads of that celery. I didn't manage to finish all. I think there's like one stalk left. But basically what I realised is it's the nutrients in the kale and the celery that made me really full. I mean, it was of decent volume as well, but I felt satisfied nutritionally, if that makes sense. I mean, you can have a lot, like the same sized food. If you had a Big Mac or something, right? But you had that same size of volume, same volume of food, but it was kale and tomatoes and all that kind of stuff. After the Big Mac, you're still gonna be left hungry because it's like nutritionally void. But with a massive thing of kale, I felt so jam-packed full of goodness. It was incredible. So, you know, when you're eating the Starch Solution, are you also thinking about getting all your nutrients in? Have you got loads of veggies? Like, I know I harp on about veggies all the time. They're so important for your health. Screw weight loss, but like, for health, it's incredible. Anyway, it was such a satisfying breakfast is my point. Romy and I have just been chilling, and I need to sort out this area. We've got loads of bulk items here, everywhere that I really need to sort out. This area is just looking a little bit crazy. So if Romy will let me, we're going to do a little sort. But in case you're wondering what I buy in bulk, I buy it all, obviously I'm based in the UK, so I buy it all online through Suma. It's a big bulk delivery place. So I'll show you what I've got briefly. big thing of oats. I love oats and use it every single day. Loads of chickpeas. Red lentils down here. I've got some cannellini beans. I've got some mung beans. I've got some chia seeds. I've got some walnuts, and I've got some Brazil nuts. What else did I buy? There's also like loads and loads of stuff hiding up there. Now, the problem with our kitchen is I actually can't reach the majority of our shelves. And I really don't like this kitchen because of that fact, because I'm actually a really small person. I'm only 5'1". I'm tiny. So I can't reach most of my kitchen. So at some point we'll take this kitchen out and we'll put a nice new kitchen in where I can reach everything. But until now, that's why I have everything here and here, so it's accessible to me. Anyway, so I'm just gonna spend a bit of time putting some stuff in some jars, and I need to actually just clean that windowsill. So Romy and I are gonna have a bit of a sorty day. Hopefully Romy will find it fun. Yeah, it's good for babies to get involved in boring, mundane stuff, because that is real life, and I think it's important to learn. Anyway, we're going to go and do that, and then I'm not hungry for anything yet. It's nearly 1 o'clock. I didn't have any more of my quinoa bake, by the way. I've had 2 pieces before my big kale thing, and then I had my kale thing, then that was enough. That was enough, but I did have quite a lot of hummus. Anyway, I'll chat to you when I eat something else, but I'm having a chai tea as we go. Okay, guys. So, Romy and I have been working super, super hard. We've been working for like an hour, and I'll show you what it looks like. It doesn't look loads different, but it's like a little bit fresher. We've cleaned out this whole drawer, which was full of like plastic bags, and is now full of loads of bulk food stuff. So I'm getting a bit hungry. I am on the hunt for some grapes. Yes. I don't really fancy cooking anything today because I've been super busy. We've been on the go, and also Romy's absolutely knackered, so she needs to go to sleep. So I'm just going to go for quick and simple. When you have no time and you can't be bothered to make any food, you can still eat amazing food. Do you know what the fastest food for health and weight loss is? It's fruit and veg. You can just literally grab it and eat it. You don't even need to do any preparation at all. So I'm going to grab this and I'm going to eat this. And it's so funny. Come here. I'll tell you what's funny. I've been putting off cleaning my kitchen, that part of my kitchen anyway, for such a long time because I kept thinking to myself, I need to do it when Romy's asleep, and I can never put Romy down. I was like, oh my God, well, I'm never going to be able to get it done. You know what? Yeah. She had the time of her life cleaning it with me. She's such a good little helper. So I need to remind myself that she can be involved in basically every activity, and that they absolutely love it. So, it also just feels good to have actually cleaned something that's been on my list for such a long time. It gives me a sense of motivation. Like I can do anything I want to do. I just need to get off my butt and do it. So that's a really lovely feeling. I'm building confidence in myself, and I do eventually want to sort this house out, but that can apply to food as well. If you think to yourself, well, I can never eat broccoli for breakfast, or I can never do a 50-50 plate, or whatever it happens to be. As soon as you do it, and you do it once, you'll then have such confidence in yourself that you can do it again and again and again. And you don't have to do it perfectly, you just have to try. So anyway, those are my thoughts. But if you guys have a bad area of your house that urgently needs a clean, let this be some inspiration to get off your butt and to go and do it. Also, what about you? Also, it's fantastic movement. So if you're wanting to get more movement into your day as well, go and clean your house, because it is incredible for your neat non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Get that movement in, baby. Right, I'm gonna go feed Roms, gonna eat my grapes and do some work. Bye. Okay, so Romy just had a lovely little nap. I ate the majority of these grapes. Very, very delicious. I still need a snack. I was debating whether I had time to make a quick apple cake before I left, and the answer, unfortunately, is no. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an apple with me for snacks, and then when I get back home, I might make an apple cake. I'm going to quickly have a look and see what's for dinner tonight. Dinner tonight, I think I'm just going to do a potato curry. So a nice, easy potato curry, so that should be pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to go do the school run, and let's take this apple with me. This is a day on the go. Fruit is your best friend when you are busy. Hello, so it's been a mad couple of hours. I've been running around the kitchen like a crazy person with 2 babies as well. Anyway, food is ready. It is a potato curry, which is so delicious. I cannot even describe. You don't like it, do you not, Abe?
I hate it.
Is that because it's spicy? Yeah, and it's got greens in. You don't like greens. That's fair enough. But to an adult, it is utterly delicious. So I want to show you what I paired it with. So this is my potato. It's meant to be cabbage, but I didn't have cabbage. So I think I've used like rainbow chard or Swiss chard or something. So potato and chard curry with, and so I used to love mango chutney with my Indians. So instead of mango chutney, I now opt for mango. I would go fresh, but I've got frozen. So some lovely mango for a nice sweet element, and then loads of tomato. So that is my delicious low calorie density Indian feast this evening. There is so much flavour coming from that, and I'm just going to kind of dip everything in. Oh, I also have loads of coriander that I'm going to sprinkle on the top as well. Oh my gosh, there is snot all over my shoulders. Fantastic. Anyway, Romy's... I was being sarcastic, you silly muffin. Romy seems to be enjoying hers. Abe, how's yours? Is yours nice? Yeah. They're having the leftover spinach tofu from last week, which I put in the freezer because Romy is trying the curry though, and that's really good. Anyway, I'm going to go and eat this, and I'll see you later. Okay, so I was nearly finished my food, and then I realised I was still hungry, and I realised I also hadn't eaten much today, so I've just added a cupful of rice onto there to finish that off. Romy has demolished it. She has loved her food so much. Yeah, listen to your body. If you're hungry, eat more. Definitely eat more. Hello, guys. So I have not been on here in a little while. I've just finished a lovely coaching call with a spectacular lady. She is just, yeah, she was so lovely. Anyway, I've forgotten how much I really enjoy coaching calls. I don't tend to do them a lot at the moment. I've kind of stopped doing them because they were just taking up my evening. And it's my only time to get any work done. I was just finding it really impossible. But when Romy starts going to school, I'm definitely going to be doing them all because I just love it so much. It's so nice to actually connect with people. And to actually hear them back at me. Here, I love chatting to you guys, but I love seeing your comments. I really, really do. And I'm so sorry again. I know I've said this many times. I'm so sorry I'm not able to get back to your comments on a regular basis. I don't have the time, if I'm honest. I would really love to, and maybe one day I will be able to do that. But yeah, it's just really lovely to chat to somebody so I can get that. So it's just lovely to chat. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yes, dinner was delicious. I did also want to mention, I was just editing today's video, and I realised I didn't actually tell you that I had eaten the rest of that quinoa cake thing that I had this morning. I said I didn't eat it after I had my veggies, and then as a snack, I did eat it before I had my grapes, I think. So anyway, I did eat that. The other thing I wanted to say is, if you don't know already, I am doing an Eat Your Veggies and Beans challenge for the month of Feb. So if you want to get involved with that, basically what you have to do is you have to start your day with vegetables and beans. It's an incredible combination for weight loss, as you guys know, and for health. So if you're wanting to start eating your veggies and your beans, please let me know down below, and we can do this together every single morning for the month of Feb. You can build it up as an incredible habit to carry through for the rest of your life, hopefully, because I am thoroughly enjoying starting my day with veggies and beans, and it's making a massive difference to me. There was something else I wanted to chat about, but I just can't remember. Oh yes, I remember what I wanted to chat about now. After I had dinner, I was thinking to myself, oh, I've only had 2 meals today, although I think I probably ended up eating more food because I had a few extra snacks, like the apple and the rest of my quinoa cake and stuff like that. But anyway, I was thinking to myself, I could probably definitely have a 3rd meal if I wanted one. But then I was thinking to myself, am I actually hungry for a 3rd meal? No, I am not. But my mind went to the chickpea berry ice cream, and I was like, oh man, that sounds utterly delicious. So the funny thing is, this is the same feeling I used to have back in the day before I would start a new healthy diet or something like that. I would think to myself, I have to eat everything that I'm not going to be able to have. I need to eat it all right now because tomorrow I'm not going to be able to have it. So before I started a diet or something, I would stuff my face that night with as much stuff as I could possibly squeeze into myself. It would be thousands and thousands and thousands of calories because I knew I couldn't have it tomorrow. How silly is that? But anyway, I felt that same way about the ice cream. I was thinking to myself, I've got to have it now. I need to have it now. And then I just had a chat with myself, and I was like, why do I need to have it now? I can have it first thing tomorrow morning for breakfast if that's what I really want, after my veggies and my beans, obviously. And then I calmed down. I was like, you know what? It's available for me. I can have it whenever I want. I'm going to have it tomorrow for breakfast. But it's just so funny how that feeling just came back. Like, I've got to eat it now. So if you guys are struggling with that, just remind yourself, whatever it is, you don't have to just stuff your face now. You can have some tomorrow. You can always, there's always food available for when you're actually hungry, and you don't have to go crazy right now and eat everything. It's something that I used to feel all the time. Anyway, just thought it was worth chatting about. I'm going to go downstairs. I've got some work I want to finish, and I'm going to do a little bounce as well. I'm still in my leggings. I'm going to get it changed into my workout stuff, and I'm going to go and do a little bounce, probably just a short one, maybe like 5-10 minutes, but that's okay. I'm building up the habit. And yeah, and then that will be me for this evening. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this crazy video, and let me know if you're going to be doing the veggies and beans challenge with me every single morning for the month of Feb. I know I haven't really started it properly at the very beginning of Feb because I'm very unorganized. However, I'm starting it now, and you don't have to start something at the beginning of the month. You can just start it whenever you want to start it. So anyway, have a good night, and I'll chat to you tomorrow.